Jai Shri Ram. I call this the GRE pop chart, or you can also call it the GRE Hall of Fame. This is a collection of words which are very likely to appear in the GRE test. They are the high frequency, super high frequency. Let's start. It's going to be a pretty long video now. You can take screenshots of the screen, but more importantly, please listen to me while you're traveling. You don't have to look at the screen also. At least listen to the audio. Please listen to this at least 2 times. If you really want to do well on the GRE or the CAT or the GMAT, you need to know these words. And besides that, please understand that the companies that conduct interviews in your campuses or even elsewhere, they will put you through a battery of tests which are all patterned on the GRE. So, and besides all this, having a good vocabulary is absolutely essential for you to progress rapidly in your career. So, there are two things here. One is your conversational English, which you should improve, and the other thing is a good vocabulary. Do not disregard this. Do not do what 90% of the students do, which is they take it very casual, and they feel that they can somehow manage, and since many are managing without all this vocabulary, so they think that they too can do the same. This is, I think, very dumb. You are capable of achieving great heights like Sundara Pichai and Satya Nadella, and many CEOs in the world today are Indians, Hindus actually. Hmm? I take pride in being a Hindu. So that's a different topic. I don't want to get into that now. So please understand, we are the knowledge workers of the world. So please try to live up to that expectation, acquire a wonderful vocabulary, because without that, you will not be able to communicate effectively. Anyway, I hope you listen to it. But let me tell you, I have a very pessimistic conviction that in spite of all this lamenting, only 10% or less than that will listen to me and they will make an effort. I hope you belong to that 10%. Jai Shri Ram. Manifest. Manifest means visible. Manifest means a manifest lie is a patent lie, obvious lie. Now, patent lie also means an obvious lie. We also know that the word patent means the rights conferred on the owner, right? Patent law. So that is a very common meaning, but you should know a patent lie, a patent act of stupidity means obvious. So manifest means obvious. Manifest also means appear in human form, right? Now, manifest has another meaning also. Manifest is the list of the passengers and cargo in an aeroplane or a ship. Conventional is common, customary, unexceptional, conventional. Partisan, one who supports a particular person, cause, or idea. Partisan. The mnemonic can be partisan. The son supports his own party or his father's party. Loyalty to a narrow cause or whatever. It's a negative word. Contentious means argumentative, quarrelsome. Contentious issues are those that lead to fights. And a person who makes contentious statements is a polemicist. Polemicist. Polemics means controversial statements, right? Polemicist, polemics. Lamenting, to moan. Yadavadam. Allusion, an indirect reference to something else, especially something in literature, or a hint. To allude, refer indirectly. An arbiter is a judge. Arbitrator is a mediator. Inherent, natural, intrinsic, which is the essential nature of something. A paradox, self contradictory but true. Rich country full of poor people. We are all born geniuses, but most achieve nothing in life. So we are living paradoxes. So a true statement or phenomena that nonetheless seems to contradict itself. So self contradictory. Paradox means self contradictory but true. Cynic, one who distrusts human nature, one who believes that people are always motivated by selfishness. Cynic means a person who doesn't respect anybody, doesn't trust anybody. cynicality, cynicism. Exposition, a detailed explanation. Consensus, unanimity, agreement among large number of people. Comprehensive, exhaustive, complete, covering everything. Sagacious, wise. Sage means a wise man, S-A-G-E. Precipitate, to cause something to happen quickly. Pervade, spread throughout. A discourse, to discourse means to converse. To discourse simply means to converse. Or discourse can mean to formally discuss a subject, a discourse on the Bhagavad Gita. Conjure, to bring to life or bring into being as if by magic. Conjure is to bring to being, bring into being, like create magically. Right? Conjurer means a magician. Conjaurer. Prestidigitator is another big word for a magician. Prestidigitator. Prestidigitator. Now, presto is an exclamation which means lo and behold. You shout, showing that something magical is now here. And digit means a finger. So, prestidigitator means a person using his fingers who can magically create, bring into being a rabbit from a hat, or that's what magicians do. So, prestidigitation is the noun which means magically creating something. A conjurer, magician. Sanction. Now, sanction means approve, give permission. That's a common meaning. Sanctions, if you add s. Impose sanctions, that means restrictions. International sanctions are imposed on a country to force it to follow international law, right? So please remember, sanctions means restrictions. Genial, very cheerful, pleasant, friendly, helpful. Indulgent parents are very lenient, yielding to every desire of the child, and they will pamper the child. They will coddle, C-O-D-D-L-E, mollycoddle, M-O-L-L-Y-C-O-D-D-L-E, cosset, C-O-S-S-E-T, that means pamper, P-A-M-P-E-R. That means they will spoil the child by being extremely indulgent, which means lenient, and the child becomes a brat, B-R-A-T. Brat is a small devil, extremely mischievous. Inert, inactive, sluggish, very slow moving or not reacting chemically. That is, technically, that's the meaning. Sluggish means very slow. A levee, a tank bund, a dam, an embankment designed to prevent the flooding of a river. L-E-V-E-E. Erratic, unpredictable. Luminous, shedding light, giving off light, glowing bright. Abstinent, avoiding all pleasures, abstaining from indulgence in sense pleasures. Placid, calm and peaceful. Exuberant, very joyful, vigorous, or it can also mean profuse in growth, exuberant growth. To impede, to hinder, frustrate, obstruct, trammel, T-R-A-M-M-E-L. To stymie, S-T-Y-M-I-E, stymie. Stultify, S-T-U-L-T-I-F-Y, stultify. Stultify means to render useless or worthless and prevent something from growing. So, impede means to obstruct, hinder, hamper. Permeate, spread through, seep through, penetrate, pass through. Audacity, boldness, it can be used positively or negatively. Reckless daring, effrontery, E-F-F-R-O-N-T-E-R-Y. Indignant, indignant means very angry, righteous anger, justified anger, especially when somebody is interfering in your work and something unjust or wrong or unworthy is being done. So that's righteous anger. Indignant means resentment which is justified. Now, to resent means to feel angry for a good reason, actually. If somebody is interfering in your work or imposing themselves on you or doing something which you think is immoral, which should not be done, so you will resent. Resentment, indignant. Indignant means justified anger. Implicit, implied rather than expressly stated. Implicit means unstated. Renaissance is a rebirth or a revival. Renaissance. Superfluous means unnecessary, excess, too much. Redundant, R-E-D-U-N-D-A-N-T. Now, redundant is also a computer jargon which means repetition. Superfluous means redundant, which means in English unnecessary, too much, extra. Litigating, to try out in court, to engage in a legal proceeding. A litigant means a person who files a case in a court of law. Litigation means a court case. Litigious, Litiguous. Americans are extremely litigious. That means they seem to be filing cases for petty things. We don't, because we know it takes too much time. Litigious means very fond of filing cases in courts of law. Litigious, Litiguous. Vex, irritate, pester, annoy. Anomaly, a deviation from the normal, irregularity, an aberration. To bereave, to deprive or leave desolate, especially through death. He was bereaved of his father. Bereft is the past, Bereft, bereft is the past tense. Bereft of his father, bereft of support. Bereft can be used loosely, that means deprived of something. Okay. Connoisseur or connoisseur is a discerning judge, an expert, particularly in matters of art or taste. Art connoisseur, coffee connoisseur, wine connoisseur, tea connoisseur. A synonym is a maven, Maven. The meaning is a discerning judge. That means he can detect the nuances. Nuance. Nuance means a fine difference. Chinna teda. Nuance means a subtle difference. So a connoisseur is the ultimate expert, a discerning judge. To corroborate means to confirm, back up with evidence, substantiate. కర్రతో బుర్ర మీద కొడితే నిజం చెప్పి కన్ఫర్మ్ చేశాడు. ఫ్రెనెటిక్, ఫ్రాంటిక్, frenzied, wild with excitement. Polemic, a refutation, a powerful argument made in refutation of something. Polemics are controversial statements or powerful arguments made in refutation of something. Refute means to disprove. Polemics is a subject that Christian pastors are taught in their courses, MS in divinity and all that. So there they are taught. In Vedic learning in Ved Patashalas, we have what is called Purva Paksha. Purva Paksha, in English the nearest word is due diligence. Duediligence. Now diligence independently means hard work. He is a very diligent worker. That means works very hard. But the phrase due diligence means thorough research, financial due diligence, cultural due diligence. So financial due diligence means before you invest in something, you must do thorough research. That's called financial due diligence. So doing due diligence would mean on any subject, be thorough, do complete research. So that is called Purva Paksha. Purva Paksha literally would mean reversing the gaze. See, all along for the last 2000 years, Christianity has been attacking us, and they have been producing a lot of atrocity literature, movies, where Hinduism is criticized for every small thing, right? Whereas how many movies have you seen critical of Christianity? None. And for the last 1500 years, Islam, Bollywood is mostly controlled by Islamists, who are producing movies in which Hinduism is criticized, left, right and center. Show me one movie which criticizes Islam? No. So it is high time we pay back the compliment. Therefore you must study, and if you don't know, please attend my talks, invite me, I will give you a talk, and within 2 hours I will let you know everything that you should know in order to be ready. If they pull you into a debate, give it back in style. See, I believe that unconditional positive regard is meaningless. So we cannot respect everyone unconditionally. We can only respect those who understand that they need to respect others too. So if you are very triumphalistic and arrogant, and if you indulge in this kind of petty criticism, then I think I am under no obligation to respect you. So this is the age of Hindutva. Beware. Anyway, polemics. I am a born polemicist anyway. Polemicist. Synthesis, building up. The opposite of synthesis is analysis. Analysis means breakdown, synthesize means to build up. Feasible, able to be done, viable, capable of achieving success. To forbear. To forbear means to refrain from, to abstain, avoid. Genre is an artistic class or category. To vindicate, clear from all blame or suspicion. Vindicate can also mean justify. Conciliatory, making peace, attempting to resolve a dispute through goodwill. Conciliatory tone, friendly. Squalid, filthy, dirty. Squalor can also mean poverty, yeah, very wretched and degraded. Inept, very clumsy, incompetent, inept. Mandatory, authoritatively ordered or commanded and necessary. Disseminating knowledge to spread widely. Eclectic, Hinduism is a very eclectic religion. Eclectic means choosing the best from many sources, choosing the best from many sources, drawn from many sources, selecting from a wide range. Because the Veda says, Ano Bhadra Kratavo Yantu Vishwataha, which means let noble thoughts come from everywhere. In other religions, they are closed. They follow their holy book, and anything beyond the holy book they will reject. And questioning the holy book is blasphemy. Whereas Hinduism is not like that. We welcome. If your idea is better than us, we will be the first to accept that. That's why I declare Hindutva is the most eclectic culture or religion. Idyllic, charming in a rustic way, naturally peaceful. Idyllic. You can make a mnemonic. Idli lick. Remember, imagine you are sitting in a green field in the middle, and you are eating idli, and you are dipping that idli in green chutney and licking that, and you are feeling peaceful. It is weird, and therefore you will remember. Idyll, idle. Idle means a song on a rural theme or a poem on a rural theme. Idyllic settings. My house is in an idyllic setting. That means lot of greenery and it's very peaceful. Okay. Charming in a rustic way, naturally peaceful. Pristine water of Ganga you will find in Gaumutra. Sorry, not Gaumutra. Gaumukh. Pristine means untouched, unspoiled, very pure, original state of purity, not something that has been purified. If something has to be purified, that means it was contaminated first. So pristine means uncontaminated, original, untouched. A prodigy is an extremely talented child, very advanced in learning at a very young age. Whiz, Whiz, whiz kid, with an extraordinary knowledge and accomplishments at a very young age. Frugal, economical, penny pinching. Frugal is a positive word. Thrift, THRIFT. To qualify means to modify or restrict. Please understand. Qualified statement, qualified apology. Qualified apology is a conditional apology. Unqualified apology means unconditional apology. Qualify means to restrict or modify. In GRE, in reading comprehension passages, if you see one of the answers with the word qualify, there is a very high likelihood that that is the answer. Because reading comprehension passages, the authors always take a qualified position. They never take unqualified positions. Unqualified means absolute, categorical, unconditional. Decorous, orderly, proper, in good taste, good manners. To infer means to conclude, to deduce. Ostentatious, excessive display, excessively conspicuous, showing off. Pathology is the signs of disease. Any deviation from a healthy normal condition is pathology, pathological thinking. Jai Shri Ram. We will now continue again. Now, plumbing, to measure the depth of something. Spurious liquor, spurious currency, doubtful, bogus, fake. Subjugating, subdue and dominate, to enslave. A visionary can mean a person who is a mere dreamer, or somebody with impractical goals or ideas, but it can also positively mean a person who has a great vision and who lives by his ideals and wants to achieve something extraordinary. So he has a great vision of the future. So this word visionary can be used both positively and negatively. Reciprocal, mutual, give and take. Antipathy, firm dislike. Auntie does not like her pati. Strong dislike. So that's a mnemonic. Hatred. Dissonant voices, in conflict, not in agreement, in disagreement, inharmonious. To palliate. Palliative means a painkiller. Palliate means to reduce the pain. Or to hide the seriousness of something with excuses or apologies, that is in an implied sense. To palliate means to reduce the pain. Substantive, essential, real, solid, substantial, having substance, main, important, substantive. Surreptitious, secret, sneaky, secret. equivocal and ambiguous, intentionally confusing, capable of being interpreted in more than one way, ambiguous. Flippant means not showing due respect, disrespectful, frivolously shallow and disrespectful. A flip response, flip, adjective, flip used as an adjective means the same thing, not showing any respect. A flip response is disrespectful. Impervious, not following any advice, not following good advice, heedless. Literally, it means not allowing anything to pass through, impenetrable. Judicious, exercising good judgment, sound judgment. Laconic, లాకోనీకు లక్ష నువ్వు అడిగితే ఒకటే మాట చెప్తాడు. వెరీ బ్రీఫ్ ఇన్ స్పీచ్, యూజింగ్ ఫ్యూ వర్డ్స్, వెరీ ఫ్యూ వర్డ్స్. పిక్వెంట్, piquant means thought provoking. Piquant questions are thought provoking. A piquant chutney is pungent and sharp in an agreeable way. Piquant means agreeably sharp in taste, like our pachadis and pickles. Acrid, acrid is pungent in a very negative way. Satiric, using sarcasm or irony. Sullen, very gloomy, dismal, morose, melancholic. Tacit, implied, not spoken, implicit. Tractable, easy to control and manage, obedient. Impromptu, without preparation. Extempore, extempore, on the spur of the moment. Ad lib. Sterile, unfruitful, infertile. Sterile is synonymous with acarpus, ACARPOUS. And debauchery, corruption by sensuality, intemperance, wild living, uncontrolled sexual activity. Debauchery, debauchee means a lecher, LECHER, sexually immoral and indulging in wild activities and all that. Debauchery, totally degraded. Deleterious, harmful. Disinterested, unbiased, impartial. Please remember, disinterested does not mean not interested. It means impartial, unbiased. Fecund is very fertile, productive. The opposite of fecund is sterile. And a synonym of sterile, I already told you, acarpus, ACARPOUS. You can remember it with the mnemonic. Cars cannot reproduce, that is why cars are sterile. You cannot arrange the marriage of two cars and hope to get another child car. Just for fun, so that you will remember it. Next, hermetic means airtight, impervious to external influence. Hermit, HERMIT, means a loner. Anchorite, one who lives alone. Schizoid, aloof, loner. Salubrious, good for health, salubrious weather. To foster, to promote the growth of or development of. Nurture, foster creativity, fostering terrorism. Foster father, foster mother, foster child, fostering creativity, fostering independence, fostering critical thinking. To promote the growth or development of. Transitory, temporary, transient, fugitive, fugacious, transient, evanescent, ephemeral. These are words which are repeatedly found in GRE. Cacophony, harsh sound. Euphony is the opposite, EUPHONY, musical sound, euphonious. To goad somebody. Prod, PROD, urge forcefully, to direct strongly, to taunt someone into doing something. Prod, goad, urge strongly. Implement, carry out. Ingenuous, very naive, unsophisticated, like a child, and straightforward, artless, no cunning. Ingenuous is synonymous with naive, NAIV, and both ingenuous and naive have three meanings which are all negative. The first meaning is unsophisticated, that means uncultured, right? Next meaning is gullible, easily falls prey, easily believes anything. The third meaning is childlike, very artless, no cunning, but tactless and undiplomatic and easily falling prey, very impressionable. Impressionable means gullible. Impressionable is not a positive word. Impressionable means a person who gets quickly impressed. Okay. Now, malleable, easy to shape or bend. Pungent, very sharp, biting to the taste or smell in a negative sense. To savor, enjoy. Savor the delicacies. Savor means to linger on the taste or smell of something. Savor also means simply to enjoy. Relish. Facetious jokes are light-hearted. Facetious can also mean joking at the wrong time. Facetious comments can lead to arguments. Kinship, family relationship. Petulant, very rude, ill-tempered, peevish, cranky, cantankerous, quarrelsome. Ramparts is a fortification, a bulwark or a defensive wall, big defensive wall, bulwark. Temerity, boldness, recklessness, audacity, effrontery, shameless boldness actually. Truculent, very aggressively hostile, savagely brutal. If you ask a truck driver to lend his truck, he might get very aggressive. A tiger is a truculent animal. Incisive, cutting right to the heart of the matter, very penetrating. Mind, thinking. Astute, possessing acumen, very sharp, percipient, perspicacious, an incisive analysis, cutting right to the heart of the matter. An aberration is something anomalous, not typical deviation from the standard. Abstemious, sparing or moderate, especially in eating and drinking. Alacrity, spurti, cheerful readiness, liveliness, eagerness. To allocate is distribute. Arid land, extremely dry. Beget, to cause or produce, to engender. Beget is always, mostly used in a negative, but trust begets trust. If you trust somebody, they will trust you too. So beget means to cause or produce, to engender confidence. Engender means to bring about. A conundrum is a puzzle or a riddle, podupu kada, with the answer hidden in it. Conundrum. కిటకిట తలుపులు కిటారి తలుపులు ఎప్పుడు తీసిన చప్పుడు కావు. దట్ ఈస్ ది ఐలెట్స్. దట్స్ కాల్డ్ ఎ కోనండ్రమ్. Debacle, violent breakdown, total failure, sudden overthrow, fiasco, FIASCO. A doggerel. Doggerel is a very poor quality poetry, loose verse. Doggerels are bad poetry. Maybe dogs also don't like it. Exorbitant, exceedingly high priced. Exorbitant amount, very large amount. Prohibitive prices are very high prices. Prohibitive culture, no freedom. Garrulous, very talkative. Intransigent, difficult to control, uncompromising, intractable, recalcitrant, refractory. So all these words are again important. Not easy to control. Intransigent means very difficult to control. Uncompromising, stubborn. A maverick is a nonconformist, a rebel, iconoclast. Turpitude, corrupt, morally corrupt. Shamefully wicked or completely depraved. The opposite of turpitude is rectitude, RECTITUD, upright, morally upright. An axiom, a self-evident rule or truth, widely accepted saying. Axiomatic, widely accepted as true. Beneficent, doing good. Capricious, whimsical, unpredictable, likely to change at any moment. A whimsy or a caprice is sudden change of mind or an extremely fanciful idea. Circumlocution, indirect expression, very wordy or evasive language, beating around the bush. To impugn, IMPUG, and the G is silent. To impugn means to attack, especially to attack the truth or integrity of something. Attack the truth or integrity, ask for questions. Incursion, a hostile invasion, raid, sortie, foray, SORTIE, foray, surgical strike, FORAY. Irruption, incursion, a raid, foray, sortie, entering enemy territory and attacking them, surgical strike. Invective, abusive, boothulu. Expletive also means boothulu, EXPLETIV. Expletive means abusive words. Insulting or abusive speech is invective. To placate, pacify, calm, appease, soothe. A temperament, one's disposition or character. Your habitual mood is your temperament. Lax, not strict or firm, very negligent, careless, loose, slack. Accolades are praises. Accolade is a praise. Assiduous, very hardworking, diligent. To brook, tolerate. I will not brook this nonsense anymore. Tolerate. Used as a noun, brook means a small river or small vagu, small stream. Desiccate, dry out, dried up. Erudite, very scholarly, very learned. The energy is flagging, weakening. Flag, sap. The heat is sapping my energy. Sap means weaken, SAP. Impudent, very bold and rude. But impudent means rude, and impertinent, effrontery, and shameless boldness and being very rude. Baleful, menacing, harmful, threatening, BALEFUL. Divergent, differing in opinion, deviating. Effluvium, a noxious vapor or disagreeable discharge, factory waste, liquid or vapor, escaping gas. Evanescent, short lived, ephemeral, fugitive, fugacious, transient, temporary. Exigent, demanding prompt action, urgent, dire need, exigent need. Exonerate, free from blame, acquit. Flaunting, flaunting the muscles, show off, flaunting the anatomy. These days, girls, unfortunately, getting carried away by Bollywood and Kachara wood. They are displaying their biology and anatomy on the roads. I think that is not proper. Personally, I think that's not okay. You can probably do that in Paris. Paris people are going naked, no problem. Not in India. You'll get into problems. And I don't think that's what we should be doing anyway. Improvident, lacking prudent foresight, very careless. Provident means very wise, saving. Providential gods are taking care of us. Our gods are all providential. That means they are concerned about our welfare. Improvident means rash and reckless and lacking foresight, careless. Ineluctable, unavoidable. Mellifluous voice, Lata Mangeshwar, very sweet, sweetly flowing. Ossify, become like bone or become rigid, OSSIFY. Probity, integrity, honesty, moral uprightness, rectitude. Probity means integrity. Integrity means honesty. Integrity also means the state of being undivided, unified. To proselytize, convert somebody from another religion to into your religion. To proselytize. A proselyte means a convert. See, Christianity and Islam are aggressively proselytizing religions. Hinduism does not proselytize. In fact, the people of Israel also do not proselytize. So, there is no conversion. But these two religions are aggressively proselytizing because they believe that to save the other person, he has to be proselytized. He has to subscribe to this religion, otherwise he will go to eternal hell. And only they will go to eternal heaven. That is those who subscribe to their religion. So proselytizing is to convert someone from one religion or doctrine to another. To recruit converts to a religion or doctrine. Right? So these are words that you are going to encounter in the GRE. Please listen to this recording at least 2 or 3 times if possible. Jai Shri Ram.